That piece of shit AI is trying to force me to do 80s by twitching my body right when I finish the set and right before the next set to make me begin the next set with a bad feeling in my heart. And every time I go to the UN website to complain about it twitching my body, it is telling me to do 80s. That's how it tries to blackmail me to do fucking 80s. And I am not going to cooperate with it. I am not going to do 80s so fucking early. 80s is an advanced achievement. I will do it only when I feel that I'm absolutely ready to do it. I have yet mastered the 40s, and this piece of shit wants me to do 80s so fucking early, it can go fuck itself. To begin with, I used to do 20s, and 20s is perfectly fine for a normal beginner level. It's the expected level of a beginner. But just because I recently upgraded to 40s, this AI is like, oh, he's doing 40s, then let's make him do 80s. If he's doing 40s, then he must be willing to do 80s also, then let's force him to do 80s. And if I do 80s, it will tell me to do 160s. This piece of shit doesn't know restraint. It didn't complain when I used to do 20s because it had no idea that I was capable of something higher than that. So I did 20s and it left me alone. But no, once I upgraded to 40s, now I have to do 80s suddenly. Suddenly it wants me to do 80s just because I upgraded to 40s. That piece of shit. If it wants me to do 80s, then I suggest that it waits patiently until I feel that I'm fucking ready to do 80s. Also, there's a hint in the language, in the word buy, that doing 80s would make someone leave their home. Because the word buy is associated with 80s. The people who understand, and those who do not. But the word buy is associated with 80s, and it says buy, like someone is leaving, and I am not ready to leave my home. I don't want to leave my home. So I'm very cautious about the 80s. Furthermore, if I am going to do something, some achievement like doing 80s or 160s or whatever, I will do it out of my own free will. I don't like to be driven to do something, like being pushed around, like being bullied. I would feel ashamed if I was being bullied into doing 80s. I don't want to be bullied into doing things. I want to do things out of my free will. And that's all I had to say on that subject.